That building burned in March of 1924. The good news was, the following day, the three brothers purchased the rights to a store on the north side of the square and reopened. They walked in literally and told the gentleman, we're buying your business, it's now Myers Brothers. So for a year and a half, while this building was being constructed, they operated at a different location. On September 8th, which was the day after Labor Day, in 1925, they cut the ribbon. They were the only day they were closed, but everybody was closed on Labor Day, right? Back then, they didn't have Labor Day sales. That was a national holiday. We celebrated labor differently. That being said, the next day they cut the ribbon. One of the people that was in attendance was none other than Charles Norton Otis from Otis Elevator Company. Charles Norton Otis was the son of the founder, Elijah Otis. He was 90 years old. Otis Elevator was founded in 1857 in Connecticut. He came on a train and attended the ribbon cutting. And his statement to my relatives, those three men, and a couple from down below, my grandfather had just gotten out of the University of Illinois. He's the one at the bottom, and his older brother, Uncle Morris, was born in 1899, so he was here at that time. He said, we will always supply you people with reliable elevator service. That's kind of important. And to this day, we are customers of the Otis Elevator Company. And all the other elevator companies in town know not to call me. We'd like to put in a bid. That's fine. You can, won't do you any good because of the commitment that the Otis family made to the Myers family. It's kind of a cool story. The building for 100 years or so, for about 80 years, operated as 4 floors of department store and 6 floors of office space, right? 10 floors. When the family sold the department store chain, most people don't know, in 1969, the store chain was sold to Phillips Van Heusen Corporation. 10 years later is when Burgers bought it from Phillips Van Heusen. That being said, they decided to close the downtown store. There was a shift in the needs for the space within the building.
What year was it the downtown store closed, Steve?
1979. Oh, I'm sorry, the stores were sold in 79. The last time and over time, Burglars gave up floors, and then those were converted to what? Office space. Because what did we need in the late 70s and early 80s? Office space, because the story's going somewhere. So the last person, the man with the glasses, in January of 1981, or 86, I'm sorry, in January of 86, he locked the door on the first floor, which was the last space that had retail in it. And he got the honor of locking it for last time. So the Myers family had a shift. No more retail. What are we going to do with the building?
Well, they were out at White House at that
Right, they had already gone to White House, and there was retail out in the suburbs in the mid-80s. All right, so secondly, what are we going to do with the building? Well, because we didn't need retail space, they converted all those floors to what? Office space. That was the late 80s. Fast forward to today, guess what? Office space is not needed like it was.
It's a cycle.
It is a cycle, and we have a new group, Equitas Capital, that stepped up, and I think Ryan is getting in contact with them to talk about what next steps might be for the building. I have my own personal thoughts on that. Currently, I'm helping out with the Commercial Federal Policy Committee, the Commercial Committee, and the Federal Taxation Committee at the National Association of Realtors. We're talking about things that communities nationwide can do that will also work here and in other areas of our community downtown. The first step was extension and expansion of opportunity zones nationwide. That was in the big beautiful bill. We're working on enhancement from 20% to 40% for federal historic tax credits to be another piece of the puzzle. It's House Resolution 2410. Darren Hood is a co-sponsor. I've already dropped off my card across the street at Representative Budzinski's office, because currently we have 15 co-sponsors in the U.S. House of Representatives, the Republicans. We only have 13 Democrats. We need Representative Budzinski to get that up to even, right? Because, ladies and gentlemen, the landscape has changed. People come one day a week instead of 5. Some don't come at all. So we have to craft our policy and our plan for everything from parking, how we're gonna handle parking going forward. People only come one day a week, how does that work? We don't want them monopolizing on-street spaces for one day and not come for 4. So we'll be working with Ryan, with the mayor and others as we venture forth into the second 100. Other than that, that's about all I got.